Well, Tom, those who followed this trial day in and day out knew it was a close case, and it wouldn't have surprised anyone if the jury took a number of days deliberating. In the end, it didn't take very long at all. It was relatively quick, and they convicted Seth Mazelia on all counts.
Do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Seth Mazelia is facing the rest of his natural life in prison after a jury of 7 women and 5 men found him guilty as charged in the first-degree murder of UNH student Lizzie Marriott. In October 2012, Mazelia and his then-girlfriend Kat McDonough lured the unsuspecting Marriott into a trap. Mazelia wanted sex. When Marriott said no, he strangled and raped her. He and McDonough dumped her body into the Piscataqua River in Portsmouth. Her remains have never been found.
On behalf of all in law enforcement, we extend our sympathies to the family and friends of Lizzie Marriott. We all wanted to bring her home, but were unable to do so. Throughout this lengthy trial, and during the pendency of this case, the Marriott family has exhibited dignity, perseverance, determination, and patience.
Mazelia's conviction hinged on 10 grueling and graphic days of testimony from McDonough. The defense team accused her of lying to save herself and looked to undermine her credibility, at one point coaxing out of her an eyebrow-raising belief in the essence of dragons. But ultimately the jury sided with her version of events, that Mazelia was in control, and when he could not have Marriott, killed her with his own hands. In addition to the first-degree murder conviction, jurors in this case also found Mazelia guilty of murder in connection with a sexual assault, conspiracy to tamper with witnesses, and falsification of evidence. No comment from Mazelia's defense team today. His sentencing is yet to be scheduled, but again, with the first-degree murder conviction, that carries an automatic sentence of life without the possibility of parole. Reporting live in Dover, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.
And after the verdict, for the first time since this trial began, we heard from the family of Lizzie Marriott.
Unfortunately, a trial, even with a conviction, cannot console us over the loss of Lizzie.
She was just 19 years old, a student at UNH studying marine biology, and so much more to her family. Jennifer Crompton joins us live now.
Well, for nearly a month, the voices of the attorneys, the judge, 33 witnesses have been heard in connection with Lizzie Marriott's murder. Her family the whole time remaining stoic, quiet, and respectful. Well, tonight, in the wake of the verdict, they're finally able to share their feelings.
Lizzie is gone. We are very grateful that the jury returned a guilty verdict for first-degree murder.
Flanked by family members, a tearful Bob Marriott finally able to publicly address the feelings that he and the family have kept private for so long about his only daughter, 19-year-old Elizabeth Lizzie Marriott, murdered nearly 2 very long years ago.
We will always miss her and wonder what could have been.
For the past month, Lizzie Marriott's family has listened patiently, respectfully, to unspeakable horrors.
In fact, the trial has been torturous for us. The truth of what happened to Lizzie is horrendous. And every time it has been told, it has reinforced the despair that we feel.
Bob Marriott was in the courtroom every day in the front row. Lizzie's mom with her needlepoint, aunts, uncles, cousins quietly comforting each other, aware of the toll even on those around them.
We'd like to thank the jurors for their time and patience with this trial. We empathize with their shock at being thrown into this situation and are grateful that they took on the burden of deciding a verdict.
They thanked the team from the Attorney General's office for shepherding them through these past 20 months, leaving no one out.
We will never be able to give the law enforcement community the accolades that they deserve. We are thankful for their efforts and compassion, and are in awe of the character they exhibit every day. Thank you.
The judge asked the press to respect the family's privacy during the trial. No requests for interviews, no pictures. As they were leaving today, Lizzie's dad and her uncle made a point of seeking out the local press to thank even us. Reporting live in Dover, Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News 9.
So sad. Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you for your hard work on this trial for the last month as well. A month ago today, May 27th, the jurors were sworn in for this trial. Group of 16, 12 jurors, 4 alternates listened to 19 days of testimony. Now Heather Hamill outside the courthouse where they left for the final time today. Heather?
Yes, the jurors came out as a group, ending what was a long and difficult trial. Most did not want to comment, rushing past our camera and making their way to their cars. The jury was made up of 7 women, including the foreman, and 5 men. They lived in various towns, the majority from Dover, others from Somersworth, Rochester, and Barrington. We talked to one juror about how they came to this unanimous decision.
It was long, but it was unanimous. We looked at all the evidence, and I think we all worked well together, but I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, and some of the
family
details.
gets their peace. That's the most important. They can have peace now.
Now, coming up at 10 and 11, we will hear from a couple more jurors how they say that this trial emotionally scarred them, and also why they believe that Kat McDonough was telling the truth. Reporting live, Heather Hamill, WMUR News 9.
So again, jurors found Seth Mazelia guilty on 4 charges, 2 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of conspiracy to falsify evidence for dumping Marriott's body and throwing away items connected to her death, and 1 count of conspiracy to tamper with a witness for conversations he had with ex-girlfriend Kat McDonough.